Hello, this is a disabled combat veteran after 9/11. Michael Commiso in the battle points. Well, I'm still an American hero back home as like Michael Commiso and my battle buddies online in the world. I'm still proud that I served in the United States. You will never change my mind, knowing that as an American man, living in an American land that served this country. And that's pretty cool in history. Seems like everybody's trying to screw each other's history online as people and as a person, you know. But I keep going. I'm good. I'm cool like that. So, I feel like everybody beat the crap out of me back home. You all try to screw my life over back home as a soldier. And that's how you make me feel. And it sucks because that's not who I am as a person. And I want to do that to my friends and family and sit there online and screw each other's lives online and our history as people on this planet Earth. I don't know everything about everything. Yes, I should read more, but as a disabled combat veteran back home, people don't like give me the time for myself back home and everybody. I don't know if you take everything the wrong way just to hate on each other on purpose. If you think about it, like how hard it is to keep each other safe online as people, but all we do is scam each other. And are you trying to teach your veterans that you all earn the benefits for the veterans? Or we did serving our country after 9/11 as disabled combat veterans back home online. I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody because so far nobody makes sense to me back home. And I don't know how smart you have to be to live on this planet nowadays, but I feel like people have some kind of sense of awareness on who we are as people being on the internet for years. So yeah, I'm not sure why my hometown law sitting online and set me up saying things that I did not do, and they act like people can't get hacked and scammed and screwed over while seems like everybody back home was chilling as I served my country. Uh, I feel like people shouldn't be that complicated to understand as we lived on this planet long enough to understand that we are at least are human beings on this planet as people. I'm not sure as how, I don't know if it's politics or how the internet works or whatever, but I highly doubt it's back in the day where everybody had to like fight for everything. And as to make art, you know, you had to overcome the kings and queens back in the day to show that their art was. So yeah, I'm not sure what type of Americans would give a soldier back home after 9/11 a hard time in the first place because uh, we live in a video streaming world, right? I feel like I highly doubt everybody wants to go online and the first instincts they have is to talk shit about each other as people, as the video streaming world we live in. I highly doubt that's what people want to do. As to, yeah, cultural change, the community change, the society change, it's the fact that uh, as we go forward and future as people on this planet. So it sucks that people treat you like you're an idiot. And I don't know if people do it uh, not or not aware that they're doing it, or they do it on purpose, or they're not cool. Or, I don't understand the issues as people on this planet. You know, people say, "Why are you saying planet? Why don't you say something else?" But if you really think about it, if we smart enough as people by now, well, we only got one planet to live on. I think the main thing that I've probably learned over the years in schools is we only got one planet to live on. So I don't understand how you all want to sit there and act like you want everybody in the world want their homes to be invaded by assholes on the streets, or you know what I mean? Like, you know, not everybody's an asshole. That's how I feel. Like, if you want your homes to be safe, you want your homes to be. Privacy is a long way from us now. I don't think there's any type of privacy. I didn't made it that way. Like, back in the day where TV was just TV and you just watch what you want on whatever's on TV, but now you have to sign in accounts, and everybody hacks your accounts and knows what type of movies you watch and TVs, and you figure we are grown-ups and we all come together as a community. That's what the internet is. It's a community, and understand each other better by that kind of, you know, instead of hacking people's profiles and hacking them and trying to sit there and hack. You just want to take money from me. That's how I feel back home as a veteran. And I know money's not everything. You all sit there and act like, but everybody needs money. So whatever you all can complain about money, but everybody needs money. And it hurts my feelings as a soldier back home that people can't trust. Yes, it sucks that everybody knows for a fact everybody used that site on the internet. Even the law themselves knows that everybody used that site on the internet. I don't know how long. It's like with the taxes. You figure we've overcome our taxes in America. That's the whole point of being an American. We discuss things. We don't fight over stupid shit on the streets and kill each other. No. We go to debates and we fight for things as what we are as a human being. That's how smart we are as Americans, and how smart our planet and all the other countries should be. So, you know, there's some type of freedom in every country. So it's not like everybody's like, but are we controlled the fact that you're all a bunch of haters and you know that I'm a veteran back home and that's why you want to monitor my computer back home? Because instead of sitting there and acting like you all come together and party with Commiso back home, but so far people went out of the way not to figure out how not to hang with me back home. Because you can hack somebody and act like you're hanging with somebody, but you're just hacking somebody. You're not really hanging with anybody. You're just sitting there and monitoring people's computers. That's all we're doing. We're losing the fact that our technology is supposed to advance us as human beings, but instead it's pushing us back like we can't understand technology to where like how complicated I thought technology is supposed to make things simpler and so we can do other things. You don't have to worry about like our trash on planet Earth. We know that we're smart enough to dispose our trash the right way so our planet keep living and everything. And simple things like that should be solved. We don't have to keep going back to that. And that's why technology is supposed to help you, not so is the internet helping me, or just I really didn't want to go back longer than because it seems to me all people do is talk bad about each other on the internet, and I can't hardly believe a soldier like me, like, and acting like I'm not a well-known soldier. You know, back in the day, we didn't need the internet to know everything was happening on the streets, correct? Like, everybody has newspapers, there's ways we found information back in the past, and now everybody's just, shit, it's like a fucking window on the internet. You see everything as people. And then I don't know if people see everything and use that against themselves as people and find excuse to hate on each other again and be mean to each other again. So I'm doing my best back home where people are lying and they act like they don't care about me as a soldier, but people hide the fact about their feelings about things like they don't have a heart. But according to the science updated nowadays, that we all do have a heart. As we all born with a heart. So you're lying to everybody's lying to themselves that they're all sitting there hating each other like for no goddamn reason at all. So I don't know why everybody's monitoring my damn life and sitting there hating me like I'm a newbie. I'm a newbie on the streets, and everybody wants to see me a different way and don't see. Damn, how long? I'm 40 years old. That's all people talk about is streets. So far, they lied a whole lot where, it sucks that you're a human being and that the internet been around for years and you expect that the internet should be safe on every subject, right? Every subject that people talk about should be safe to talk about, even sex and nudity. So if 24 hours a day, that's all people do is talk about sex and nudity and lie on television, lie on the streets, then you wonder why people fight about stupid things. And then, I'm 40. I want to live to 100 at least. I want to live to up to 100 years old as a Commiso. And I'm capable of living up to 100 years old. And I'm 40 now, and I'm almost halfway of my life. So, yes, I don't want to break the law. It sucks that the law forces you to break the law. And I sit there and get mad at you like crazy people as a human being because I feel like law is a human being on the internet too. So, I'm sitting here thinking, people don't hate sex. People don't hate nudity because that's always on the internet. But people will lie about that and then get one person in trouble and get mad at one person. And then you start bullying that person and mocking that person. And I feel like as people living on this planet, we're smart enough not to bully each other and hate each other because we have AI, intelligent robots walking around. So that's a big accomplishment. If you think about it, as people, we came from the caveman as to we didn't came up with any type of language of drawing on the caves and trying to understand each other as people by drawing on the cave and just being around each other as cavemen. So now it's going to be 2026. And people have been on this planet long enough for everybody to overcome their chip on their shoulder. And grow up. Why don't you all grow up and treat your soldier like respect back home and welcome back your veterans back home and really respect right? Because for me to be using the internet, it's like I serve my country. I feel like I didn't even use the internet to find out where everything is. Isn't that what the internet is? You search. So that's why people talk to me like I'm stupid. And it sucks because I'm Michael Raymond Commiso that served my country after 9/11. I was smart enough to fly all around the world and get to my duty station and serve my country and go to the war. But that's not how they talk to me. You know, I have no disrespect to the law, but I feel like the law should respect us as American people, right? We have a service. The law is a service to our American people, as Americans. A service to serve and protect us, not to harm us and beat the crap out of us and act like I'm the worst shit on the internet after 9/11 as a soldier. And that's where communication gets all confused. I'm sitting there, well, I feel like I'm a good guy. I feel like, you know, I served my country. I flew all around the world and I saw a lot of cool countries by serving my country. You know, I met a lot of cool soldiers serving my countries and then they're my battle buddies and everything. I think that's the thing. In the civilian world, they don't have the words like honor and duty. In the civilian world, there's to having a battle buddy and protecting each other at war so we all can come home and see our family and mom and dads and brothers and sisters. That's gonna get welcome back home like I'm the first guy that used the internet. There must be a Guinness World Record at the court around here that I'm the first guy that used the internet that discovered that there's sex and nudity online. But that's all the internet is, to search the energy. You go online to search. So if you guys just sit there and search out, we're all a bunch of haters and beat the crap out of each other on the streets like we're not human beings on planet Earth, that's fucked up, don't you think? Don't you think you're all fucked up? For me, I'm 40 and I feel like I did a lot of cool things in my life. You guys could be a bad friend to me and say stuff like that. But, you know, I guess it's reverse psychiatry. So I feel like I can win. I know I can win my case. I'm a soldier after 9/11. I did a lot of good. You can just sit there and act like, oh, he just turned on the computer and got pop-up sites and now he's a bad guy because he got pop-up sites on his computer. That's how you label each other, and they wonder why people are dying on the streets and getting shot. And we're smart enough not to have that to happen as to why the law is on the internet for in the first place 24 hours a day so nobody dies on the internet. But sometimes I feel like no disrespect as an American the law instigates things on the streets as to where you're not supposed to do that. That's not a service. As to, I don't know how many bad guys in the world, but I'm not a bad guy. I feel like all I do is help everybody out back home and be a good brother and a son and a nephew and a cousin and a friend and whatever I am to you back home as a soldier. No. So no, I just sit here, sex. Are you trying to tell me we having wars over sex and nudity in the 21st century because of the internet? Holy crap, we didn't go far, did we? We still fighting about sex since it was back in the fucking, what was it, 13, 20, 20, the beginning of 600 BC. People don't know what sex is. There's a woman and there's a man. You know, but no, don't you have sex education on the internet? It's kind of complicated that people just judge each other and, oh, only you can have sex at the party, only you can have sex online, and only you can have sex on the site. But 99% all the internet is sex and nudity. So I'm confused. So are you backstabbing me so you can't party with me? I got to get cock-blocked at a party instead of you being my real friends as an adult? You know, that's why I miss being a kid, because it wasn't that complicated to be friends with each other as kids. Till as an adult, you're all a bunch of jerk-offs walking up on each other like you don't know what it means to be a fucking human being in the 21st century. So that's confusing to me. because I'm a good guy. And all I do is try to help. Apologize, I can't help everybody out since I came back home. But I feel like I should help myself as a veteran. You guys beat the crap out of me and robbed me, and I came back to that bullshit. Then you're all claiming, what, I'm not a veteran? What, because I said cool things better than you? Man, you guys lie all the time. You lie to yourselves on the internet. You come up with a way to even hate an American hero. How the fuck you come up with how to way to hate an American hero? So don't complain about it's because of the money. That's why we can't get along in the world. Oh, there's less food in the world. We can't get along and save people's lives. There's not enough medicine in the world to help and keep people alive. No, that's not what we're fighting about. You're all a bunch of haters. Only you can have that kind of stuff. Only you can say, only you can survive on the streets of all around the world as a human being on planet Earth. You always got to up each other. You always got to find a reason to hate each other. So, no, I think it's bullshit you all attack me like that, blindly being on my computer as a soldier after 9/11, where I got classified information on my computer, but you all claim you can hack my computer and take my shit away from me after 9/11, and I work hard for that shit. As I make goofy videos and try to make people laugh, and I say cool things sometimes. I apologize if there's a curse word in my sentence. How much curse words there are on the internet. I apologize if I have ass and bullshit in my conversation sometimes. So no, I don't know why people hate each other. It doesn't even make any sense anymore because you sound stupid. If there's aliens from outer space, you all could be blinded back that there's an outer space, and you're the tiniest, one of the tiniest planet in our galaxy. And if you think there's nothing out there, then there's something wrong with you. You must be back from 600 BC trying to defend that the planet's still flat. That's the internet. I got some kind of crazy ass law for no disrespect to the law. They look at the law looks at the internet flat. That's why there's so many people in jail instead of the one person that started the whole shit. So in a way, you're cock blocking each other from a good life, and then when you do that, you're blinded by the fact how many real people, bad people are in the world. Did you make them the bad guy on the work? Because you don't want to be the bad guy? Yeah. You know, that's what I was trying to tell you, that not everything is about people, you know. I don't know if the law is abusing their power because they can hack people's computers on whatever dime they want, but I thought there was a lot of rules in America. Not everybody, just because you got an app to hack my cell phone doesn't give you the right to hack my cell phone as an American hero after 9/11 as an American citizen, right? There's a lot of rules in America. That's why people want to move to America. There's a lot of rules. I read a law book and a dictionary, and it's like 50-50. And everything, law word, they want to take money from you. It don't matter if you was a good guy or a bad guy. It's the words still want to take from you. It's 50-50. Oh, you can win or you cannot win. But you just want to take from me. Well, you want money. So law is money. Law is money. You know, it sucks that you think that all people do is sue each other and scam each other and take money from each other, and why everybody's a bum on the street and screwing each other's lives over. Are we actually looking at each other as human beings online, or a piece of fucking meat, or how to treat another fucking person nowadays on the internet? So as I go back to where nobody understands what sex is and nudity is in the 21st century, but I guess I'm the only one. So my point is, it sucks that you hear stories saying that somebody exposed themselves and shit, but the whole fucking world exposed themselves naked as sex online 24 hours a day on public streets. But only one person gets in trouble on the streets. So I don't know who's sitting on my monitoring my damn balls back home, but I'm a soldier after 9/11, and I deserve way more respect that you are giving to me, acting like I'm not smart enough to figure out who's on my computer after 9/11 as a soldier, Michael Commiso. Oh, he's too stupid to look up shit and figure out where the heck it is, or he don't know. He didn't go to school, to tech school, to learn how to break down the computer and go back and figure out where the scam and the hack is. So that's why he had to bust down the door. Because if somebody actually, do you actually analyze computers nowadays? No, you just want to take the word from some asshole on the street to put down a soldier after 9/11 like that. Like I won't be a good father because I'm a soldier after 9. That's the best argument you have at court. I won't be a good dad because I'm a soldier after 9/11. I thought I would serve my country and went overseas and protected American kids. And I think all the American soldiers protected all the kids because how many fucking jerk-offs you are. So that's the argument. So that hurts my feelings. You talk to me like I'm stupid. That, he's not going to do anything. That's why people, when they wrestle me on the wrestling team, you wanted to wrestle me because you don't think I'm a pussy. For some reason, everybody looks at me like I'm a pussy. I don't know why. I'm a soldier after 9/11 and I feel serving your country doesn't make you a pussy. But since you're all a bunch of haters back home, we got to sit around on your goddamn computers jerking each other off back home, acting like what's sex and nudity. But everybody on the internet is butt naked 24 hours a day in public places everywhere online. But shit, just bully one fucking person over billions of naked people on sex online. That's not what Michael Jackson taught us. I am proud to say I'm still a Michael Jackson fan. Because the older I get, the wiser I get, and the smarter I should get as an adult. It's so easy to turn your back on your friends, right? Is that how hard it is to turn out your back? We are so fucked up in the head and a bunch of bullshit haters in the world. We even had the nerve to put down the nicest guy in the fucking world as Michael Jackson. So don't sit there and act like you're going to just push me around like on the wrestling team and think you're going to get a pin out of me so fucking fast. That's why people got mad at me on the wrestling team. They thought they could pin me as fast as I pinned them on the mat. But they couldn't. They got that. They even trying to put me in the good, best moves on the wrestling team and still had a hard time to pin me. So I don't know how much haters I got back home in my hometown as a soldier. But that's not my problem. You're all a bunch of adults and Americans, and you can live your own lives. That's another reason what's wrong with the internet. People are not living their own lives. Everybody's in each other's business. I don't know if everybody's in each other's business to help each other, but it seems like you're just all in each other's business. They'll find another reason why not to help each other as people. So, yeah, I felt like you hurt my feelings. You beat the crap out of me. And you're all Americans and everything. So I don't know how my battle buddies are doing and everything. But goddamn, you put everything on public television. Now the internet is a public television. Everybody's if you think you're private online, some kind of crazy person, but the only reason why you're private because everybody overlooks things and apparently, the best things they can do is to welcome back Michael Commiso just like that. That's not good enough, is it? Is that what you think about your veterans? You're never going to make a veteran happy. It's never going to be good enough. So we're going to stop trying to help veterans out because we're jerk-offs on the internet. I'm not trying to make you all look like a jerk-off compared to you guys sitting online trying to scam me and my money back home using the law against me, because that's how I read the law dictionary. The law can work against you and the law can work for you. But apparently you need a lot of money for the law. Is that how the American law is? You need a lot of money for the law to work for you. If you don't have a cent of shit Nobody's going to help you and don't give a shit about you at all because you don't have a dime. I don't think Michael Jackson was trying to teach that to us either in the world. So, yeah, I think it's bullshit you got fights on the streets in the 21st century. We all should have hover cars like Back to the Future. We all should. We don't have, because we're smart enough that nobody has to live on the streets. We all have capable to survive on this planet in the 21st century. Well, I guess you put a lot of pressure on your veterans as to, I'm the first guy to use the internet. And apparently I'm so stupid they use the old technique to hack you. There's different type of hack. Hack is a hack, but there's a different way people can hack you and everything. So I don't understand. Are you hacking me to improve my life or hacking me to screw my life over? And you call yourself my friends. You know, I don't mind being a friend, but you guys setting me up and it sucks because you're acting like it's some kind of movie. Everybody's in a movie nowadays, setting each other up like they're in the movies or something. But then you don't understand the movie. You know, usually when you watch a movie, it has some kind of moral, they're trying to say so, tell you something from the movie. So, like, not to hurt each other. Okay, that should be already accomplished on this planet. That should be the number one thing. Nobody should hurt each other. It don't matter who the hell you are on the streets. You know, big or bad or small or whatever. Don't hurt each other. And we are smart enough for the law not to hurt each other. I can't believe there's crooked cops sitting there using sites on my computer because you heard what I said on YouTube. So now, I didn't do it. So you're a law don't want to get in trouble. So like I said, it's not always the people. There are crooked cops. I'm sorry, it's not a perfect world, but they're haters in the world. You must have just signed up to join that job to monitor my computer after 9/11 as a soldier. And I'm not realizing that, as that's what they trained me in the military. I was trained with the best soldiers at the time at war. I never got to know American Sniper, but I was on the same base where American Sniper was. It would have been cool to meet American Sniper. But that's my point. I didn't get to hang with all the battle buddies or soldiers at war. I got to hang with a few of them. But every soldier that served this country after 9/11, it was, man, I just can't believe that. It's like a veteran has your back in your American country. You stand up for what he believes as an American. But it's hard to even do that too, to stand up for who you are, because people judge you every direction. It don't matter who you are. It don't matter what you do or whatever. All people do is use the internet and judge each other 24 hours a day. Judge. When there's supposed to be one judge on the internet, the whole world is judging me. And that sucks. Because how you going to party with somebody that sit there and act like they're better than you because somehow you guys know how to get security to block the law off your computer so you go on any site you want, right? Isn't that how the internet works? And then the law knows that, and the law does the same thing themselves at home. So yeah, it sucks that the law can monitor the site and use the site at the same time. It sucks that the law can monitor the site and the law can use the site at the same time and blame for one person of the billions of naked people on the internet. That we're so stupid they blame one person from the nudity online as a human being on planet Earth. You know, I feel like if people were more comfortable with each other, that they saw each other naked online, the more peace there would be in the world. Because I don't know how many asses you got to look to keep treating each other like asses in the world. But I think, it's called common sense. But that's not how you look at it. You look at it as, oh, you're not even cool enough to use the internet as a soldier after 9/11. So we're going to misdirect you and send you in the wrong direction online on purpose as a hack and scam you and take more money for you and have a reason to beat the crap out of you. But you're the one calling me names and bullying me as a soldier after 9/11. So the internet is not hidden. I wish the television, public television, trying to teach me that the internet is hidden. I don't know, a lot of movies came out and a lot of, saying the internet is not a hidden place. So where's the law come up with the idea that the hidden world is not viewed where people die on Action News? So I highly doubt that there's a hidden world where people die on Action News. And I thought that's the whole meaning of being an American. Well, as an American, as a citizen, I think it sucks that we can't come up how not to watch people die on live television as an American. You all sit there and act like you care about what people view online, but people die on television. So that's a lie, too. Because if people really cared, there'd be nobody that dies on television. That's what Michael Jackson told us. So why you all sit there acting like you're some kind of whatever on the streets? Remember, you was a kid that grew up with Michael Jackson songs, and whatever every song that Michael Jackson wrote he was trying to make a change with his music in the world. And you guys sat there and act like you're kids on the streets and never sat there and hold hands and listen to Michael Jackson homes all around the world. So you're lying. You're lying the fact that you all hate nudity and sex, so you want to beat up with somebody on the streets. That's a big fucking lie right there, as there's still billions of naked people online and everything. So it sucks that, since we all invaded your privacy, now we have a nerve to call your name and make fun of you as a soldier after 9/11. And then I'm just supposed to take it, and you can get to yell and scream at me and grab the shit out of me as a soldier after 9/11. Well, that's not what the soldiers that I went to war with trained me. I don't think that's disrespectful what you guys did to me as a soldier after 9/11, grabbing me like that. So I don't know how hard it is to make something out of yourself online, but I'm going to keep trying. Is that okay? You all want me to achieve. I think I achieved a lot. I was the kid that got bullied in school. I know that I'm not the only one that got bullied in school, but how the world works, everybody takes everything the wrong way on purpose. Like back in the day when everybody was okay with sex and nudity on television and everybody was happy about it. Now you're all snotty ass motherfuckers getting rich off of porn to determine he's not cool enough to have sex at the party, and so fuck him, we're on the internet. And you act like that's not how the world works. Right? So whatever. I feel like y'all talking street to me back home as a soldier, and I was in the desert where fucking terrorists wanted to cut my head chopped off. To come home to corny ass gangsters on the streets acting like they're tougher than a soldier because they want to fucking listen to rumors that bad friends and assholes want to talk bad about a soldier after 9. So yeah, I feel cool that I make YouTube videos. No, I don't make YouTube videos to get people in trouble. I don't make YouTube videos to put down people or whatever. I'm standing up for myself. As you all over the years could have had I can have the greatest life back home as an American hero over the years. As to nowadays, well, I don't understand people, how you all accept each other having sex in public in stores and restaurants as people in the world to get mad at one person on television and wonder why there's a conflict in the world. I think that's bullying and unfair and discriminating. I thought as Americans, we're taught not to discriminate. So how you discriminate one naked person on the internet? As that's what the site is all about. So it sucks that the law looks at you that I don't understand how the law monitors the site and get mad at one person. I don't understand. Then they monitor the site acting like they don't go home and use the site themselves. That's fucked up to treat me like that too as a soldier. That's what I'm saying. Man, it's the holidays. Thanksgiving is basically next week. And I'm thankful that I came back home alive from war after 9/11 as a soldier, and I don't have to take this bullshit. I have enough respect for myself saying I won't talk to myself like that. So what gives you the right to talk to me like that? And even if you're the law doesn't have the right to talk to you like you're a piece of shit soldier after 9/11. It sucks that you still try to teach me like I'm not an artist. I got art on my goddamn body. You all can say you can fuck online and beat a player on the streets and then fuck that and say beat the crap out of somebody because you're a fucking asshole on the streets. I'm the good friend that came back alive from war and served my country and protect all the Americans after 9/11 as a soldier. And to come home and talk to me like, how the fuck there's still street talk in the fucking world online after 9/11? How the fuck you talk to each other like piece of shit people in the world when you all listen to Michael Jackson music in the 80s and in the fucking 60s? The only reason why they were fucking the 60s because of the Michael Jackson, dude. Man, that kid grew up as a star, and how the fuck you look at a kid differently when he grew up as an adult and treat him like shit? That's all we do. That's all we fucking do is treat each other like shit online. Nobody can make it in the world because of the fucking streets. It just sucks you're a human being online. I guess that's why the reason why they question you if you're a robot or a human being online. Because I'm using my computers. I don't go out of my way and hack people's computers. I use my computer. I buy my computer. You don't even really have to hack nowadays to find out what's on the internet when you got sites on the internet that shows everything. As they put people die on Action News. It sucks. People don't get upset like that. Because if people got upset that people died on news, people would stop watching the news because they got upset that somebody died on news. So I don't get people. How the hell we as a generation that grew up with a good generation, we had the 60s, 70s, and the 80s, and even the 90s wasn't so bad. So I don't know what the fuck everybody's fighting about in the world because we all grew up with Michael Jackson music, holding hands. Now you all look like a bunch of lying-ass assholes just wants to rob them. That's all I feel. Everybody just wants to rob me back home. You must have earned my benefits after 9/11. That's my hometown court in law. I'm not trying to put the court on public, but the court isn't public, right? The court is public. It's public television. So you want to put everybody's information and wonder why everybody's homeless and don't have a job because you all sat there and screwed up each other's lives over. How the hell are we going to get jobs? Everybody hating each other on the streets, right? So, no, I think I'm right. There's a lot of bullshit in the world, and it sucks that people can even treat each other like that. It doesn't even make any sense to me. So, no, I feel like over the years, I was making goofy videos and making art. I collect stuff too. I have a good personality. I have a good art. I like giving Christmas gifts. And you're going to keep taking my computer like it's yours. So you must still have my computer. People can't get their own computers. They have to bust down their door and get the computer from the houses. They can't get a job and earn their own goddamn computers. That's how we was raised. A generation of, man, Michael Jackson's still on top of the world, man. You know, a lot of nowadays, I don't have, I would consider myself, I love music. You know, it's true. You get more from a song than you all having speeches and trying to figure out why we can't solve shit on the fucking planet Earth. But nowadays, it seems like all people are singing about how the hell, seems like crime, sex, and, money or something like that. But that's not what music is about. You get something from music. But before you all decide to sit there and acting like I'm the worst shit on the computer after 9/11, there's things that I want to do in life. I feel like I'm smart enough to do things. Yeah, I have a speech impediment, and it might take a little bit longer for me to pick up on things, but eventually I pick up on things. And what I pick up on is that instead of sitting there trying to welcome me back home as a soldier, as I felt like that was going to happen anyway, you're giving me a hard time. I don't know anything about my family. You guys run away from me. And you act like I'm some big, bad, scary guy as a soldier. You did that so I get played at a party, man. I went to clubs around the world. That's why it's so hard for me to believe that people are so mean to each other. Because I was a stranger in every country. I must have got along with everybody in every country. And I'm trying to figure out how the hell that's so hard for everybody to do in the world. To come home as a veteran, man, I didn't expect everybody to kiss my ass and put a little red carpet rolling down as a veteran. I have enough medals. I'm doing this because I feel like, man, somebody has to do something. But every time somebody stands up and saying we have to change, not to tell people what to do or control people's lives, because that's all, if you think about it, that's all people do is use the internet is to control people's lives. Because I feel like the internet should be further than it is. As to, we have a satellite in outer space. If we had billions of dollars to put a satellite in outer space, we're capable of solving world problems. As to how the fuck everybody's still fighting about sex and nudity online. Just because you look at me, I feel like, man, all the things you guys did to me, and I still try to move forward. And a goofy guy like me, I live inside my mind. I can't live on this planet. You guys, something wrong with people to sit there and act like you can't keep each other's neighborhoods safe or the streets safe. Just because you label it a street doesn't mean it doesn't have to be. It's our homes. We're smart enough to make our streets safe. But that's how you make your. It's not just the veterans. It's everybody. Every time somebody wants to make it in the world, you guys sit there and screw it over. And that's a bad friend to that person. Nobody's stopping you to make it in the world, so why would you stop somebody else to make it in the world? Then you get mad at each other as people and wonder why nobody can make it in the world. Well, you're all a bunch of jerk-off calling each other's names online, acting like assholes in the 21st century where, shit, you're trying to tell me the robots got better intelligence than the human beings and we're not smart enough to do anything. We have to rely on every robot. So, I'm going to show you my stand. I actually do like collecting things, so I got a stand. Usually I do my research. I learned in school that you have to research. You can't just write a paper. You got to do a research, right? So using the internet is a resources tool. So everybody acting like they don't know that I serve my country. That's not how the internet is. It's a research. You must have had to do a lot of research to give your soldiers a hard time back home like that, man. It's not that hard to live in America. And it's not that hard to live in anywhere. You've made it that way. This thing is protected by some plastic thing. I need the robot to help me. That's all. Happy holiday. I opened it. I found this stamp. I'll make sure it's not upside down. And as an artist, you need a lot of space and light. Okay. Well, anyway, I found this stamp. Apparently, this is a rare stamp because the way they made it or something. Apologize, I don't know everything all the time, but I try to learn as I go. This stamp is rare because the way they made it or something. So I got this in eBay. It's a rare stamp. And like I said before, people like a mint stamp. So, but if a stamp went through the mail system, that means the stamp is real, because the stamp was stamped by the mail post office. So if the stamp approves the stamp, now that makes the stamp even more a real stamp. So when people are looking for mint stamps and saying, oh, this one's got a stamp on it and it doesn't look right, I look at it as, well, somebody stamped this stamp and proved that this stamp is real. So I don't know if that's a common sense thing, but as to it's common sense that over time, if the law keeps lying about nudity sex, people are just going to want to have more nudity of sex on them. So yeah, in a way, it hurt my feelings that you act like you can't trust a soldier after 9/11. So I don't know. It was just, I looked up on eBay and I do the research on the internet and just find what's the rarest stamps or everything, and this came up. So, and then my mom gave me this. It's a gold Harry Potter card. For some reason, my mom gave me a gold Harry Potter card. So, and then I got the pocket monsters. These came in the mail. Got that pocket monster. Another one is another pocket monster. Pocket monster. Monster. The old having sand things. Pocket monster. I'm trying to complete the set. It's hard. So, I got an idea of different type of set that I'm looking for. Like, you can keep collecting, or they keep making them. Pocket monster. Say pocket monster. I got a Christmas. My favorite movie is the Christmas story. When when life made sense, when everybody was happy on Christmas in the room. That's when life made sense. This is a rare. Apparently, this is a rare card because they banned this card for some reason. I don't know. I don't know why. I got that one. I got this one. I wonder if that's the owner of the Puck Monsters or the owner of the creator of Pocket Monsters. Pokemon Pocket. Well, Pocket Monsters. Oh yeah, I got a whole bunch of these. I got a whole bunch of these. It's the sticker. Everybody, I got a whole bunch of these. This is the sticker. See? The sticker. I got a whole bunch of them. There. I don't have no system of collecting things. I wonder if this is a sticker. I learned from the other Pokemon collector guys on the internet. I learn as I go. Some of these cards are stickers, but behind the sticker is the card. So I don't think you're supposed to take the sticker off because then you won't know what's behind the sticker. It's a tough subject to talk about. Situation here. There's the sticker, and then behind the sticker, there's a card. So do you just keep the sticker or the card and never wondering what's going on? So I'm going to decide to keep the sticker on. There's that one. I got another one of that rare one. I got this one because it looked cool. I like this one because it looked cool. And I got this guy. 9.5, that's pretty good. So I got that one. I have more, but it's in the safe. I kind of put some of the safe. It's not. Well, hey. I'm still here. And it's the 21st century. As a human being on planet Earth. You know, how easy it is to make our lives so easy, or I had a word that slipped out of my mind. Yes, I think the reason why people forget words and language, subjects, I don't know, you shouldn't feel bad that you have to keep researching and studying. There's nothing wrong with studying. I think that's what's wrong. If we had better studying, I feel like there'd be no conflict in them. We studied that subject so much, we understand that subject, and well, extreme joy. You know, it's the holidays coming. Everybody keeps messing up a holiday. So I'm going to try to get Thanksgiving meal for my parents, family, on Thanksgiving. And then I still got some time to kind of slow me down on getting Christmas gifts. I'm good at looking at things. I must say I'm not an expert. I feel like I am maybe like I'm just smart enough to look up the information and figure out what the thing is. But how the world works, it sucks that it's hard to trust everything you hear on the internet, right? Because everybody lies and does all that, whatever. Oh, for me, we have the streets where you have to drive your car to the store. So, streets is part of our home. So sometimes Uh, I like rap. At one point in time, I wanted to be a rapper. I said, man, sometimes people come up with cool things to rap about. But nowadays, it's like everybody's rapping about the same thing, and it's kind of boring now. Because all it is you're hating. You're trying to be cool by hating somebody in your music. But that's not what rap is about. So it's taken in a different direction where I felt like Michael Jackson would have been a good rapper. And he would have been a mean rapper. Michael Jackson wouldn't have to be mean. He just has that smooth kind of to himself as Michael Jackson. So I feel like if he would have rapped, Michael Jackson would have had, it would have been a cool rap. It would have been, he could dance to the song, the rap, and people won't fight with the song because it's Michael Jackson. He would probably make every rapper in the world look stupid because you all act like it's so bad to live on planet Earth in the 21st century. And he would have nothing else to rap about. So, yeah, education. People sit there and vote and for the government and trying to solve and fix things. And they ask you questions saying, what things do you need to change? What will we have to be more look into or as an environment and everything? So I think if we had better education, we're smart enough not to beat each other on the streets, beat each other up. And we always taking each other the wrong way. I don't understand if there's billions of naked people online 24 hours a day, how people could take each other the wrong way. Yes. I don't understand the internet because I felt, are we more human not using the internet, or are we more human using the internet? So it's not putting down the internet. Just trying to figure out what the heck is everybody's problem in the world online. If people don't want to see people fight violence, if you like it or not, in the future, people don't like violence in the future. That's been done. People tired of fighting. I don't know if you're smart enough to know that, but in the future, people are going to find different ways not to fight. Because they're more focused. If you think about it, in the Renaissance, the reason why there was no wars in the Renaissance period is because everybody was focused on art and love. People didn't have time to have wars and fight. People were always looking for love. So a lot of the art from the Renaissance period, if you really look at it, this painting for a reason. It's love. We got Shakespeare's. That's from the 1800s. Even Michelangelo was trying to paint love on the 16th chapter ceiling. He was trying to teach, if you go down this road in the future, this was going to happen. Yeah. A lot of people can see as to its common sense. You don't need that much to see in the future to have common sense. If people keep fighting on the internet, they might take the internet away from us because all you guys do is harming each other. But I feel like a lot of people can accomplish a lot because of the internet. It's cool to make YouTube videos. So, yeah, everybody can say, oh, only this and that, or only one person's making it in the world online. Oh, everybody's just fighting. And, if I was a king or a king, imagine if the king had internet. Yeah, think about it. If you was, I don't think there, not every king was a bad king in the past. There was good kings back in the day. I don't know who, but I feel like, imagine if the king had internet and on top of being a king and try to rule uh, uh, an area. I guess you rule an area. God, and that king would have had a lot of problems because of the internet. Well, I don't know. See, I think the reason why they asked them SATs questions to try and confuse the crap out of you, you know you're smart because you got A's and B's in every class in high school. Then they try to give you this SAT like that quiz and come up questions and trick you. It's like the riddles and I don't know. So to be smart and go to college, you have to look at things a different way. So that's why people get different answers on that test. They made it that way, I feel like. Yes, there's only one answer to the question. But they made it that it's how you look at it or view the question. And sometimes I'm stressed the hell out. I'm already stressed out and I didn't even get to the class to take the test. That's how hard you make it, the test. It's not hard to take a test. You make it seem like it's hard to take a test. You really just have to remember the answer. If you think about it, as long as you remember the answer to the test, you will be able to answer it when it comes around. So, I don't know, it takes a lot of smarts to remember a lot of things, but when you get older, things get old, and then even your memory gets older. So it's harder to keep remembering these things. So you study it. You know, I forgot a lot of things in school. There's only a few things I remember here and there. Not because I'm stupid. It's because the reason why a fifth grader is smarter than you is an adult, because they're all fresh from the subject. They go to school every day and go to teachers. They know the answers because they're fresh on the subject. We don't study as an adult. So when people ask us questions, but do people do things to make you look stupid so they can feel smart? We're not going to get anywhere on this planet doing that. So how smart do you have to be to live on this internet world? Yeah, you can sit there and scam me and send me the around direction and get mad at me on purpose and wondering why the world is the way it is. You had the nerve to bully Michael Jackson, put him down. When you're American heroes too? That's not how we was raised. That's not how I feel as Americans, we all good neighbor each other and help each other out. That's how Americans do. As I feel like that's what everybody does in the world. There's nobody wants harm on their family. Nobody wants harm on their friends. You people want to chill. So whenever I don't know if it's no disrespect to the government, no disrespect to the president. I don't know if it's the politics that's screwing shit over. There's politics on nudity and sex when we learned in college, sex is a type of love. So, and you need sex to have a family. That's what the college, the way of looking at it. But people looking at sex, if they just discovered it yesterday, or that somehow billions of people over the years produced, I don't know where they came from, all these people. So, it sucks that people can look cool because of sex and nudity online, but damn, fuck you, and you're not cool enough to be anything back home as a soldier. So, I highly doubt teachers teach their students that they will never make it, right? They became a teacher for a reason. I feel we are smart enough as people to find what we want to do in life and are capable of having a good life. Everybody wants a good life in the world. So that's why violence and crime is not going to happen. Because people are not going to want to fight in the world. They want to chill. So as I looked at, I feel like Hitler was trying to make peace with nudity, as women want equal rights. You know, you can't get mad if you want equal rights, and only men can be topless on the beach because we're men. We fought that. I didn't realize how the hell, as people, as cavemen, we walk around butt naked as cavemen and didn't care. But we have to fight for our rights to be topless as a human being, and nudity is part of our lives. Sex is part of our lives. You can all look at like sex is some evil shit because there's something wrong with you. And you may get viewed that way, but in a way you're an idiot because you have to make love to have family. So just because you view sex a different way doesn't mean I have to view the same way as you. Because it doesn't make any sense to me. Well, I was a goofy guy in school. I was a shy, quiet kid until I speak now. Here and there I talked to people in school, but I felt like I was trying to avoid that. No, now, it's cool to make friends, it's cool. But I was a shy, quiet kid that had a speech impediment, and maybe that's why I was shy, quiet, because I couldn't pronounce the words. People make fun of you when you don't say the word right. So I was just a shy, quiet kid. And now I have all these things I have to get out. And I apologize, y'all. I guess you have to have an education vocabulary or communication. I don't know. You're all slang talking motherfuckers in the world, aren't you? There's a internet slang talk. So I guess it's lucky that somebody still got words in their sentence in the 21st century. Good. But everybody's always texting and abbreviating everything, and nobody knows what everybody's talking about. So sometimes you gotta let out some steam. And the more I let out steam, talk and let out steam. But somehow there's still haters in it. I feel like I go out of the way to be nice to people, but I gained a little weight, got tattoos, and I'm a veteran. Back in the day in America, it was cool to have tattoos. And yes, you have to have some kind of artistic way of having tattoos. It's not everybody looks good having tattoos on them, right? And I took every tattoo, I took the time and I drew some of them out, and I was stressed out. I'm still stressed out. And I took the time and I had some kind of rhythm of art on my body. And I'm not done throwing tattoos on my body. And I've seen the art on my body. I know what to do. And it won't look right. See, people don't think before they put a tattoo on. Tattoo is permanent. So I like to take my time and think out what's on my body. And so far, every tattoo is cool. And last night, people graffiti buildings. There's good graffiti and bad graffiti. I don't understand why we want help. You know, there's art. There's a lot. You know, it's the holidays coming. I just had to get that out right now. I had to, well, that's all. This is your disabled combat veteran acting on Michael Commiso and the Battle Buddies. If Commiso learned from Michael Jackson to have a good heart, then I feel like everybody's capable of learning that too. It's holiday. Everybody should be happy on holiday. Well, I felt like I must have said too much to him. I don't. I was a shy, quiet kid. I don't know if there's some amount of little sentences you have to have when communicating with each other. But you guys really don't communicate anymore. You guys, some slang. I mean, man, got some balls, man. Or I don't know what's going on. As the slang on the internet don't make any sense. Yeah, it's cool to be cool, but if you're not cool enough to understand your own slang in the 21st century, at least, then it's time. You know, back in the day, people spoke with hope, with their feelings. You know, now, I forgot what class it was. I pick up different things from each class. And one of the class teachers taught me people talk with poetry. People talk from the heart poetry back in the day. To now we're fuck this, that, oh, that crap. People actually took the time to find the word to speak to you. As poetry is an art, type of art. So everybody, I get back to that subject, guys. This is your disabled combat veteran that you're not. Michael Commiso and the Battle Buddies. And I hope all my battle buddies have a good holiday and Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's and everything. And if there's any other holidays between them. I hope all my battle buddies are safe and doing good in the world and everything. I hope my battle buddies, their families are okay and friends. And, you know, as a veteran, you know, you only need a few good people around you. You know, if only a few people make you feel that good and that you served your country, then that's the few people you show out with back as veterans. You never. So, that's all. I'm doing my best. I got a Back to the Future signature in the 21st century. You can't be doing too bad if you have a Back to the Future signature. As Marty McFly and Doc travels through time. You forgot Marty McFly and Doc. You forgot Michael Commiso in the movie. Man. Look, I even got Back to the Future sunglasses in the future.